My name is Indira Rampersad. I'm a senior research fellow at SALISES. My discipline is international relations. Well, really, it's a subfield of political science. I have chosen international relations because it's a very dynamic field. It's global in reach, clearly, because it's international relations. But it touches the lives of almost every human being on the planet. And political science in itself is intriguing, the umbrella field, because it treats with the behavior of states, it treats with the behavior of governments, and it treats with the behavior of politicians and the reactions of the population, the electorate in the national society. So these fields span the local onto the regional and the international. And it carries with it a certain excitement because, it's the news of the day. It's the local, national, regional, and international news of the day. Keep you abreast of what is happening in the world, what is happening in the region, what is happening in the country. With regard to my research interests, it's threefold. I have been working, my most recent project is the Caribbean Court of Justice and regional integration. I've also been working substantively, and this was the focus of my PhD dissertation, U.S. foreign policy, and specifically U.S. foreign policy to Cuba. I have also been working on United States foreign policy by extension to the Caribbean. And the third field, which I published on as well, is drugs, gangs, and crime in the Caribbean. Now, I consider all these areas very relevant, critically relevant. The Caribbean Court of Justice in itself holds a particular fascination because it's a unique court. It stands as a unique court amongst the family of courts in the international arena. It's unique because it has twin jurisdictions, an original and an appellate jurisdiction, and because of the level of its independence. The court is funded by a trust fund, not directly by national governments, although they contribute to the trust fund. It is the trust fund that administers the funding of the court. The court itself has dual objectives. One is fostering regional integration, and the other is promoting a Caribbean, a uniquely indigenous Caribbean jurisprudence. These two objectives is what held my attention, what caught my attention to research the Caribbean Court of Justice, in addition to its uniqueness. With regard to U.S. foreign policy to the Caribbean, well, someone once said, when the U.S. sneezes, the Caribbean catches a flu. And that describes the intimacy in this very close relationship. Because of our proximity, we are in the U.S. backyard. Because of our proximity to the United States, our geopolitical and our geostrategic significance to the United States, it is critical that we understand this relationship and this interaction with the United States. So we're talking about here the interaction of states, we're talking about the interaction of states and non-state actors, and we're talking about the international arena as well as the regional arena. So United States foreign policy to the Caribbean is critical to our understanding of ourselves and our relationship, because we're very close relations, both economic in terms of trade and social, because we know where we go for a vacation once the summer hits, and the diaspora in the United States is also quite big and very active in the United States. So there is no question as to the significance of United States foreign policy to the Caribbean and research in that direction. My final area of drugs, crime, and gangs in the Caribbean, I picked up that area when I realized the problems we were having and that there was a dire need for research. I also did a report with Professor Selwyn Ryan, the late Professor Selwyn Ryan, for the government of Trinidad and Tobago, which was submitted in 2013. And that spawned my interest in gangs, drugs, and crime to understand the root causes of it. It was a fascinating project, and the research in itself is fascinating. I have published on violence against Afro-Trinidadian women in a book chapter which was dealing on violence against women on the whole around the world. So I focus on the Trinidad and Tobago aspect of that. This is very relevant research. I don't think anyone can question, and this is actually on the agenda today when the Minister of National Security is being challenged with regard to his treatment of the crime problem in the country. Thank you very much.